Coming up on KUJH News, raising teepee in recognition of Indigenous Peoples Day.
How KU is preparing for this year's flu season.
And Scotch Dry Cleaners Coat Drives. Live from the studio in Stauffer, Flint, this is KUJH News. Welcome to KUJH News. I'm Jonah Kahn.
And I'm Emma Noble. Just ahead, an update on construction in Lawrence. We'll have all the details soon.
But first, we'll have a look at the weather. Aiden, can we be expecting any fall weather coming up?
Jonah, I wish I had better news for you, but we've got warm weather lingering around today, tomorrow for the next 48 hours ahead of a cold front. That cold front not going to be dropping our temperatures quite down into fall, but definitely in the right direction. That cold front also expected to bring our first chance of severe weather for this fall. Something I'm a little bit excited about. Outside right now, none of that though. Clear skies all around northeastern Kansas. Here in Lawrence, 77 outside. It's a beautiful day if you can ignore the wind. That's kind of the price of admission you get living in Kansas though. 5 to 15 out of the south is what we're looking at right now. Gusting as high as 20 miles an hour. Should be a great day, however.
Aiden, thank you.
I can handle the wind, but I can't handle hot and wind at the same time.
I'm just looking forward to that cold front.
Me too. So construction continues along Iowa Street as crews work to completely rebuild the roadway. KUJH's Clarissa Rodriguez joins us live with an update on the progress. Clarissa, how's it going out there?
Yes, Emma, I am here on Iowa Street as crews continue to work on the construction as part of the full reconstruction expected to continue through next year. The city says that it is more than just resurfacing. The entire project is being rebuilt from the ground up.
Is being fully reconstructed, including the base and sub-base of the road and the curb and gutter. And while they're doing that, they're reconstructing the utilities in the corridor. So the road was asphalt and it's being replaced with concrete with under drain and edge drain for better long-term performance.
Officials say that the work began earlier this year and will take about a year to complete. Drivers can expect lane closures and slower traffic along Iowa Street as crews continue to work on the construction. Once completed, the entire concrete road is expected to last longer and continue to require less maintenance than before. Emma?
Now, the construction will be finished in February of next year, and currently there are 3 major projects underway centered around Bob's Billings Parkway and South Lawrence Trafficway.
Redistricting efforts in Kansas have gained traction with the approval of funding for a special session focused on redrawing congressional districts in the state. Last week, I looked at that process and what exactly it takes to make that happen. This week, as redistricting seems to be a very real possibility, we hear from lawmakers on both sides of the issue. Earlier this week, the Kansas Legislative Coordinating Council approved $460,000 in state general funds to be used for a special session aimed at redrawing congressional districts in the state. The council is tasked with managing administrative matters and rules governing legislative committee work when the state legislature is not in session. It also plays a major role in funding legislative agencies and activities.
This all comes down to literally grasping and grabbing for as much political power as possible.
It's no secret Republicans want to unseat U.S. Representative Sharice Davids, a Democrat who is up for re-election in November 2026. Davids is the only Democrat representing the state of Kansas in Washington, D.C. KUJH reached out to several Republican lawmakers at the state and federal level. Kansas Senate President Ty Masterson was the only one to respond, saying, "We're targeting early November to address these time-sensitive issues and to maximize the opportunity for all our congressional districts to fairly represent Kansas in Congress, empowering President Trump to advance America's greatness." Representative Davids says if this redistricting goes through, it will have the opposite effect.
You know, the impact is that the voices of the Kansas voter are silenced.
David says this latest move by Republicans is nothing short of gerrymandering and is part of a larger agenda coming straight from the current presidential administration. Again, Kansas Republicans are targeting early November for this special session, and they believe they have enough signatures to make that happen. Additionally, you can read that full statement from Kansas Senate President Ty Masterson and hear more from the interview with U.S. Representative Sharice Davids at KUJHNews.com.
A Politico report exposed a group chat full of young Republican leaders across the country using offensive and racist language. Two of the three individuals were Alex Dwyer and William Hendricks, both Kansas young Republican leaders who used slurs describing black and gay people, as well as referencing Nazi memes. The Young Republicans' X page posted a statement condemning the group's actions and calling for those involved to resign from their state and local positions. Hendricks was terminated from his role as a communications assistant for Kansas Attorney General Chris Kobach.
Budget cuts could be on the way for Kansas universities, and KU might feel those effects.
KUJH's Delaney Gregory is live in studio to explain the impacts.
The Kansas Board of Regents recently proposed a $4.6 million cut to public universities, adding to an already tight budget at the University of Kansas. University officials say the potential reduction could strain departments, limit research funding, and impact student programs across campus.
Research is being affected, departments are being affected, so there will be changes as these budget pressures continue.
Ginther says these challenges highlight the need for KU to carefully reevaluate how it allocates money moving forward. She notes that decisions about staffing, research priorities, and academic resources could all be influenced by shrinking state support. The Board of Regents is expected to review the proposal this month, and KU leaders hope to work with state officials to prevent further cuts that could affect students and faculty in future years. Emma?
Thank you, Delaney. KU leaders say they're hoping for a resolution when the Board of Regents meets later this month.
University of Kansas Provost Barbara Bickelmeyer has made the decision to step down from her role. She's served the university for the past 6 years. In an announcement sent to staff via email, Bickelmeyer said she was proud to be part of an administration that achieved record enrollments and the most diverse student population in university history. University Chancellor Doug Girod also sent an email to staff bidding Bickelmeyer farewell. He announced that a new provost is intended to be selected by the start of spring semester. Until then, Bickelmeyer will continue to hold the position. Two universities in Lawrence are coming together to strengthen Indigenous education. KUJH's Emma Coffey joins us live from Haskell's campus to show us how a new federal grant is helping to train the next generation of Native educators across the Midwest. Emma?
Two universities here in Lawrence are coming together to help strengthen Indigenous education. The new federal grant is helping to train and support Native students and educators for teaching careers in the Midwest. Take a look.
The University of Kansas and Haskell Indian Nations University have received a $1.5 million federal grant to launch the Southern Plains American Indian Teaching Pathways Project, a 5-year program that recruits and trains students to teach in schools serving Native communities.
It's important because we, as an institution, our goal is to provide to provide an education, a higher education for Native American students. The goal is always to go back and is nation building, so you have an educated people that's going to be more prosperous.
The program has partnered with faculty at KU, Haskell, and multiple tribes across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Nebraska. Selected students will receive full tuition, technology, books, and housing support as they work to complete their degrees.
And what we're really trying to do is create a bridge between the two universities so that Indigenous students can access all of the resources that they need to become certified teachers, and so that they can go back into their communities and they can teach in their communities.
After they complete the program, participants will teach in Native serving schools, where they will also receive early career mentorship from educators and cultural leaders.
This opportunity would be able to take those folks and get them into the education arena, creating curriculum, but also understanding that they're going to be teaching language and tradition, but they'll learn that art of teaching with that.
Recruitment for this program is currently underway, with the first participant expected to start their training next fall. For KUJH News, I'm Emma Coffey.
Emma, thank you. And that project will continue until at least 2030. Both KU and Haskell say that they hope the program creates a lasting change in classrooms that need it most.
Coming up, Aiden is back with an update on the weather.
And we'll tell you about a local initiative providing coats to community members.
For students searching for a way to stay active in an outdoorsy way, the City of Lawrence has bike trails running in every direction, and with the new bike share program, we can stay in shape as we tour the sights of our beautiful city. Clinton Lake is only a short 30-minute bike ride away from Daisy Hill and has the most incredible sunset location in all of Lawrence. Walking campus may give you the KU calves, but biking can give you the KU thighs. Bike Lawrence today.
Welcome back. Now, if you're out on campus this week and walking past Strong Hall, you might see a teepee towering in the sky. KUJH's Grant Shearer joins us live at the teepee with more. Grant?
This past week was Indigenous Peoples Day, and to celebrate, KU together with the Haskell Indian Nations University raised a teepee to celebrate. Students from both universities came together to help run the event. Since Kansas University was on fall break Monday, October 13th, the universities decided to hold off until Wednesday to commence the celebration. The celebration started in 2021 and quickly caught on as a yearly community event.
A time for our family to come together. I love going to these events, either here at KU or back on our campus at Haskell, and it's the time to laugh with our sisters, our brothers, and come together.
The teepee raising takes place on the lawn of Strong Hall, located on Jayhawk Boulevard. Leading the event will be the 2025-2026 Miss Haskell, Angelina Gallego, who is a member of the Ogallala Lakota and the Dakota. Gallego will be there to help raise the teepee and lead the ceremony beforehand. Now, meeting the community isn't the only thing to do at this event. There's a chance to learn about Indigenous People Day and the different communities involved with the event. Different student-led groups from Haskell will be in attendance waiting to teach others about their culture.
Representation matters, especially at KU since it's such a big school. So it's very important for us to show each other different ways. The way I'm setting it up is Lakota style, so it's very different from other tribes, and that allows other tribes to understand how we set up things.
For now, the teepee stands as a reminder and celebration for Indigenous Peoples Day.
The celebration continues here outside of Strong Hall, and as you can see, the teepee is still up and will still be until Friday morning. In the meantime, students and faculty have been wandering around and talking and meeting new faces. For KUJH News, I'm Grant Shearer.
Grant, thank you. And as he said, that teepee can be seen until Friday morning.
Now, millions of Americans get the flu every single year. So to avoid missing class, maybe think about getting vaccinated right here on campus. KUJH's Olivia Dubois has more on flu shots.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can download it just because I'll probably just walk across there real quick.
No, literally, not into Dr. Hodge.
I'm low-key gonna have to do like different spots.
Olivier, wow, thank you for the commitment and in-depth reporting.
Along with flu season, winter is approaching, leading to more illnesses.
A local effort is helping prepare the Lawrence community for the cold months ahead, and KUJH's Delaney Gregory has the story.
As temperatures start to drop,
Many families in Lawrence are gearing up for winter, but not everyone has a warm coat to get through it. For 39 years, Scotch Fabric Care has partnered with the Salvation Army to make sure no one in Douglas County faces the cold alone. Donations are being accepted now through the end of October at any Scotch Fabric Care location in Lawrence, including 611 Florida Street and 721 Wakarusa Drive. Each coat is professionally cleaned by Scotch before handed over to the Salvation Army, who distributes them in December. Employees say it's a rewarding feeling to be part of a program that directly helps local families stay warm.
A lot of our customers specifically just have tons of stuff they don't need, and it like really makes them feel better, makes me feel better, keeps people warm. It's a very good project.
Last year, over 2,200 coats were donated, and since the program began, more than 290,000 have gone to Kansans in need. For KUJH News, I'm Delaney Gregory.
Donations can be accepted through October 31st. And for more information, you can visit scotchcleaners.com or you can contact the Salvation Army of Lawrence.
Aiden is back with the weather. Aiden, when can we expect to need our winter coats?
Jonah, I wish we were going to need our winter coats pretty soon here, but unfortunately we are not. We are going to be trending in that direction within the next 48 hours. We have a cold front coming down across eastern Nebraska through central Kansas tomorrow. I really want to drive that point home. This model is not showing you today's weather. This is for tomorrow morning, early afternoon. We have a cold front. Now, you may not be able to see it. Right here, where these green patches are by my hand, that's where that cold front is, tracking down through the central parts of our country, expected to pass over Lawrence tomorrow evening, tomorrow night as well, bringing with it our next chance of strong to even severe storms as well, dropping our temperatures quite a bit. However, outside right now, though, 77 from Kansas City all the way down towards Ottawa. Osage City and Paola, a little bit cooler at 76 and 75. Topeka, 76 as well. For your evening planner, those of you with any plans this evening, a high today at 83, coming around that 4 o'clock evening hour, tracking all the way down through the 70s by 8 o'clock, 68 at 10 o'clock, and that brings us to our overnight low, 63 degrees. We're not looking at much in terms of weather tonight, any forms of precipitation or storms, partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, that's a different story. Tomorrow, 83 for a high, but look at those winds, even more than they are right now out there today. 25 miles per hour, my apologies, for a gust tomorrow, sustained at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, our storm chances are going to be low in our early afternoon, early evening hours, but as that sun goes down, so do those chances of storms. As that cold front makes its way through our area, those chances of storms are going to be on the rise. For your 7-day forecast, we've got showers tomorrow night, Saturday morning as well. Some of those showers may be lingering around, but for the rest of the next week, it should be beautiful outside. We can see that cold front working its magic on Sunday and Tuesday, dropping our temperatures considerably. Tuesday, Wednesday, upper 60s. Emma, back to you.
Aiden, thank you. And I don't know about you, Jonah, but every time I hear the word cold front, I just get excited.
I'm ready for that cold weather. Coming up on KUJH News, information on the SCORE Act.
And of course, a KU Sports update.
Sports, I'm Lexi Urban. First up, recapping a tough fall break weekend for Kansas football. While most of us were enjoying fall break, the football team traveled to Lubbock to take on undefeated Texas Tech. And now that we're all back on campus, the Red Raiders were too hot to handle. The Jayhawks lost 42-17. This wasn't the only loss for KU in this game, though, as the Big 12 has fined Kansas football $25,000 following comments made by head coach Lance Leipold. Leipold criticized the conference for how it handled objects being thrown onto the field, including Texas Tech fans' longtime tradition of throwing tortillas, and claimed a pocket knife hit a KU staff member. The Big 12 said that statement was inaccurate and called his comments disparaging toward the conference and a member institution. Texas Tech was also fined $25,000 for failing to prevent objects from being thrown, despite repeated warnings. Leipold has since apologized, saying his reaction was emotional and that he accepts the conference's ruling. The Jayhawks are off this week, but return home October 25th to face Kansas State. Kicking at KU soccer, KUJH's Cooper Hannon is live at Rock Chalk Park, just ahead of tonight's community kindness match against West Virginia. How's it going over there, Coop?
Thanks, Lexi. It's a beautiful day over here at Rock Chalk Park as the Jayhawks take on the number 24 ranked West Virginia Mountaineers tonight. Not only is this a massive Big 12 rivalry game, though, it is also the community kindness match in honor of Reagan Gibbs. The former Kansas goalkeeper, Gibbs played for KU from 2015 to 2018 and was a member of 2 NCAA tournament teams. In May of 2022, Reagan sadly lost her life as a result of domestic violence. Tonight, Kansas soccer will have its annual moment of silence for Gibbs and all victims of domestic violence before the match. KU will also be wearing a patch in honor of Gibbs and will also have the initials RG for her painted on the field. Honoring Reagan's memory and standing together as a community against domestic violence is what Kansas head coach Nate Lee said tonight is all about. The 9-3 Jayhawks are currently 6th in the Big 12 rankings and look to continue to climb tonight here at Rock Chalk Park. Back to you, Lexi.
Thanks, Cooper. It's so great to see the soccer team's message on domestic violence making an impact off the field. Impact is also at the center of another story in college athletics. KUJH's Tyler Brewer breaks down the SCORE Act and what it could mean for both KU sports and student athletes nationwide. Take it away, Tyler.
The Student Compensation and Opportunity Through Rights and Endorsement Act, better known as the SCORE Act, is a bill currently sitting in the U.S. House of Representatives that looks to address issues in college sport, like agents in college athletics, post-grad support for players, and of course, NIL regulation. Cantwell spoke out against the bill, citing issues with the antitrust exemptions that would be given to the NCAA. According to Cantwell, the bill will, quote, incentivize a Power II conference system that will create inequities for other schools and leave behind small to mid-sized schools. The bill does have some pros to it. It would allow agents to represent players, helping them gain fair market deals. It would provide student athletes with 3 years of post-grad healthcare and educational courses, but it lays a path for a Power II system that would hurt smaller revenue sports and could destroy the competitive balance with NIL and athletic department spending.
Thank you, Tyler. We'll be sure to keep up with the SCORE Act and see how it may affect KU sports. Well, that's all I have for you today. Coming up is a look into Crimson and Blue, KU's annual recruitment day. You're watching KUJH News.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. victory.
Welcome back to KUJH News.
Let's get one last look at that weather for the upcoming week with KUJH weather forecaster Aiden Baugh. Aiden.
Jonah, we're looking at some potential large hail experienced with those storms tomorrow. Those storms, dime to nickel-sized hail, damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. Now, the real poster childs for severe weather, tornadoes and flash flooding, we're not too concerned with that here in Lawrence, at least. We're going to leave that to our friends out west in St. Francis and Colby. That's where their best chances of severe weather are. For us, large hail, damaging winds. Now, you don't want to be caught out in any of that. Make sure you're staying tuned with your local weather alerts. National Weather Service in Topeka, Kansas City, they give great up-to-date data and information regards to severe weather. Your cell phone also does a really good job of alerting if there's any damaging wind. Thank you guys. Back to you, Jonah.
Thank you, Aiden.
I know I'm not going outside if there's nickel-sized hail, so
Exactly.
Aiden, truly thank you. Now, if you're on campus tomorrow and notice it looking quite a bit busier than usual, there's good reason. The university will be hosting its 8th annual Crimson and Blue Day admissions visit for high schoolers around the country. Now, earlier this week, I got the chance to sit down and talk to multiple different people on what it takes to prepare for a major event like this. Take a look. Choosing a college can be one of the biggest decisions for a high schooler with nearly 6,000 universities throughout the U.S. Picking a school can sometimes feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. An overwhelmingly long process. Crimson and Blue Day welcomes around 1,300 visiting high school students to campus. As the university's largest admissions event, it has become an influential factor in the recent growth of enrollment. It takes a village to ensure a smooth event, and that's where Anna, Mallory, and the rest of the KU Student Ambassador team comes into play. The work and training ambassadors have to do to prepare for the event is extensive, clocking in 25-hour work weeks on top of schoolwork to ensure a smooth sailing event. Crimson and Blue Day was how I decided to commit to KU. Did you go to
I did
Crimson and Blue Day?
not.
No.
I did not, but
Well,
a full circle moment.
It was exciting to see that the day continues to impact high schoolers every year, and honestly to hear from the people who make it all happen.
Well, that is all we have for you this morning. Check out KUJH on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for exclusive content, and keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHNews.com. I'm Jonah Kahn.
And I'm Emma Noble. KUJH News will be back next Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Have a great day.